so let's discuss.
All right.
What is it really that separates us? You look at people, you see their potential for good. I look at people, the same people, and I see their potential for evil. You believe that if people would only follow their reason, that would be in the best interests of everyone. I believe that if people follow their reason, it would lead to disaster.
Where are you leading?
The wise men of Athens. Ever since the Greek philosophers, Chaim, people believed that reason alone could lead to morality. How can this be? Reason alone is amoral. To the most moral Greek, it seemed perfectly reasonable to take a newborn baby that was unhealthy, put it outside to die. In other words, reason is a tool. When a German did nothing while his Jewish neighbor was being shipped off to the camp, he was only doing what you or I would do if we were just following our reason. His life was in danger if he helped a Jew. Preserving his own life was a reasonable thing to do. And those few heroes who did help, it wasn't reason commanding them. So, how do we protect ourselves if reason fails us by relying on something higher than reason? If a person does not have the Almighty to turn to, if there is nothing in the universe that's higher than human beings, then what's morality? Morality is a matter of opinion. I like milk, you like meat. Hitler likes to kill people, I like to save them. Who's to say which is better? Do you begin to see the horror of this? If there is no master of the universe, then who's to say that Hitler did anything wrong? If there is no God, then the people that murdered your wife and sons did nothing wrong. Chaim, if it seems like my words came easily to me, there is a reason. I always used to speak to you when I was in camp, in Częstochowa. Don't be so surprised, you're always very important to me. I dreamed that if we both survived and if by some miracle we met again, that I would be able to say these words to you. Do you remember a long time ago, Chaim, in Bialystok, you accused me of hiding in my room from the temptations of the world? You were right. I spent most of my youth with my eyes on the ground so that I wouldn't be tempted. But then in 1941, a young German soldier grabbed me by my Jewish beard and pulled my head up and forced me to look into his eyes, and I saw the world there. And I haven't put my head down since. Chaim, there is nothing in the world's pleasures or idols or forbidden books that can tempt me anymore. I have seen the real face of the world, and so have you. It's cruel. It's empty. Chaim, for the sake of your people, for your sake, come back. Come back. Chaim, return to God.
If I were to return to God, it would be for the sake of your passion. I was sure that I was out of your life, Yusuf. And you thought of me in the camp. It is a blessing to share this day with you. In Paris after the war, I met an old Lithuanian woman. During the war, she smuggled many Jews from the Vilna ghetto and hid them, and she also saved Jewish books. The Nazis caught her, sentenced her to death, but by a miracle, She came out alive. In Paris, I spent days with her. She told me she is an atheist. So, why did she risk her life to save Jews? Not because she believes in Herrscher sein as God, but because she believes in human beings and loves them. No. You would say, Hirsch, well, she's made an error. If only she had reasoned things out, she would not have acted so foolishly. But perhaps you are the one who is making the error here, Hirsch, thinking that only belief in God will lead people to do good. If you ask me what makes people moral, it is neither God nor reason. It is a faith. Your faith. That God wants you to do good. That old woman's faith. That human beings must help each other. This is my faith too. Human beings must help each other for our good and for our survival. For people who have this faith, it does not matter whether they believe on God or not. And for people who do not have that faith, that belief, they'll use their brain to justify whatever they want.
The world on one side, we, the chosen people, on the other.
We are. God chose us.
Yes, God chose us to be burned, to be slaughtered, to be hanged.
He also chose us to keep the Torah. Chaim, let me tell you something. When I was lying on the ground in the camp, and the German was kicking me with his boots, if an angel of God had come down and bent and whispered in my ear, Hersh, Hersh, just give me the word, and in the twinkle of an eye, I will turn you into the German. I'll put his uniform on you, I'll give you his murderous face, and the German will become you. If an angel of God had given me that choice, do you hear me, Chaim? I never would agree. The German's boots on my face, I could, with God's help, survive. But if I have to pull his mask on my face, that would choke me like I was breathing gas. When the German screamed at me, "You are a slave," I whispered, "Master of the universe, you have chosen me."
For someone who chooses to be a victim, you have too much hatred. I do not believe you.
And I know that when you'll have power, you'll use it.
And I know who will be the first victim.
It will be me.
Chaim, I loved you like a brother. I always loved you. Still love you. You can accuse me of being Cain. I mean, I don't agree with you, that's all.
No, that's not all. It's not that you don't agree with me, it's that you are denying who I am. Just the way you denied me when I left the yeshiva.
Your memory is very cloudy.
Oh, no, you are the one who slammed the door in my face and erased me from your life.
We remember what we want to remember.
What's this supposed to mean?
I know what I'm talking about. When you left the yeshiva, you weren't happy enough just to go. You tried to convince me to go with you.
I wanted to show you the world.
And when that failed, you attacked me. I didn't know what you were doing then. I respected you. I knew that you were smarter than me. I took everything that you said very, very seriously. And now I see it. You used me.
This is not true.
You tried to disrupt my life because you were having doubts about your own.
Hersh, hear me.
I was broken when you left. It took me years to regain my faith. Even in Chenstochova, I was struggling with you. And now you can accuse me of denying you. It's not me that you see. It's always been you, always been you. The question between us, Chaim, even now, is not what do I want from you? It's not what do you want from me? What do you want from yourself? I can't give you my blessing, Chaim. I don't have it to give.